You are now tuned in to the JMACK Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. It's truly an honor to have you on the platform. Let me give you a round of applause. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good today. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it's an honor. And you know what's funny? We were just talking about this before, but since the night that I got to see you open up at the Comedy Connection, I was like, damn, I've never heard of you before that time, obviously. But I was like, yo, she's fucking good. Like, I'm like, how do I reach out? Because I didn't even, so the way that I found your page, because I don't think you mentioned your name that night. So you just
I don't think I did either.
No, so I'm like, fuck, I didn't even ask. Because you were standing, I think when you finished your set, you were standing like where Damon was coming out of. Yeah. And I'm like, damn. But I was so in the moment that I forgot to go up to you and be like, yo, good show, blah, blah, blah.
It's okay, yeah.
But then I found your page through Damon's page, which is fucking dope. So I was like, yo, it was just meant to be. But
yeah,
everything good?
That was my first time actually at Comedy Connection ever.
Ever? Since your whole career?
Yes, that was my first time getting up there. So it was a big deal for me, for sure, because I've been frequenting that comedy club for years, even before comedy, because I'm a fan of comedy.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite places to go. Like, I've seen some great people there, like D.L. Hewley, Ari Spears. Like,
it's the best,
such great. Bill Bellamy was there one time.
That's wild, yeah.
Yeah. How did that make you feel? This I know we're going to talk about this later, but to be there for the first time.
It was amazing. Like, I got a phone call saying they wanted a female, basically, that Damon requested. If you guys have like a female host, that'd be great.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
So I said, yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
So you don't say no to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? So I went, and I didn't even know, honestly, I didn't know who Damon was until that night.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. I gotta hit you with one of those. Yo, that is crazy. So, you know, it was so random because I didn't even know he was coming down.
Yeah.
I'm just going through my emails. You know, they send you emails of who's coming in the Comedy Connection. And it was a while since I've been there. And I said, oh, shit. Because I was following him for the longest on
he has a huge
following. Media. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's coming down. I got to go see this. It was like perfect because I usually work the weekends. Yeah. So I'm like, on a Wednesday? Fuck it. I'm there.
And he's incredibly funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think he was going to be that good.
Really? It's different. His material is different than his content, and you just don't know what to expect with TikTokers. He's also been doing comedy for like 7 years.
Which I didn't know either.
Yeah, he's really good, and I'm excited to see, you know, how amazing, you know, things go for him in the future, and he's going to record a special and all that. So, yeah, I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy to have met him. And thank you for giving me the chance.
This episode is about you today.
I know.
It's amazing the things you're doing, but we're going to focus on Sonya. The JMACK Experience Podcast, episode 84. We're going to get into the intro real quick, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the JMACK Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the JMACK Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the JMACK Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Once again, I want to give you another round of applause for being here with us today. I truly appreciate it. Like, you don't know how I was like hitting you up. I know we went back and forth for like a good month. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, she's probably not. Because the thing is, everything is time, right? So if you're doing all these shows and stuff like that, you might not have the time to sit down for 2 hours, you know, an hour.
I am very busy, but I was happy to make time for this.
I like that.
I haven't really done any This is like my first podcast that I'm doing, talking about like mostly what I do.
Your whole journey.
Yeah.
So, that's dope. I'm glad that we can share this experience together.
Yes,
that's awesome.
You.
Now, so I want to start from, speaking of that, I want to start from the very beginning. For those out there who are not familiar with who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Sonya Priest. I am born and raised in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Wow, I like it. That's different. Yeah.
It is different, I guess.
Because you always get Providence, or like Boston, or like.
Did you think I was from Rhode Island?
I honestly thought you were probably from like East Providence or something like that.
Do you only have Rhode Island people on the pod?
No, I've had people come from Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of Connecticut people have been supporting, like showing support from Connecticut. They drive up here. So I'm like, man, that's an honor, for them to take that ride.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I had somebody come here from Philly.
That's great.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
working our way.
Yeah.
We're working our way.
But yeah, I come from Fall River. I was born and raised there, middle class family. I had a good childhood, good upbringing. I was always very silly, always like, had a video camera recording.
Class clown?
Yeah, class clown and tallest, which is not something that I like take pride in. I always thought I was too tall. But yeah, I don't know. I went to Diamond Vocational High School, hated it, didn't like it because they didn't offer like art classes or music, and I'm a musician first and then also an artist.
Oh wow.
And eventually I ended up at Bristol Community College for art, graphic design, motion animation, graphics, all that stuff. And then
wait, hold on. You do graphic like arts, like graphic design and all that
Yes.
stuff? Oh, that's pretty dope.
yeah, I do that a lot
So
actually.
you do your own flyers and everything.
Yeah, I make all my own
That's
stuff.
very helpful.
I edit video editing, do my own reels. Yeah.
Oh
it's-
shit, I need to hit you up for a
Yeah,
few.
let me know if you need anything.
I'm gonna have you do the edits for this episode. That's so cool. So that's
Yeah.
good to know. That's for people out there watching.
Yes.
So you multitask. Okay.
Yeah, so I've done a lot of work for like local comics as well.
Nice.
yeah.
That'll get your foot in the door too.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how I kind of started in the comedy scene. But before we get into that, so went to community college and I did really well. And then I started getting design jobs. And then I currently work as a licensing manager for a digital media company. It's
that's
called
cool.
Bear Tree Media.
You know? Nice.
So I do that full time remotely. And I started doing comedy. Before I started doing comedy, I wrote for 2 years.
Like your sketches and stuff like that.
Material, jokes. And I've always been a fan of comedy though. Like
Your whole life.
Yeah, like I love comedy. I read it, I watch it, I frequent shows. Like I've been going to comedy shows for years and years and years. I have tons of favorite comics and whatnot.
I wanted to ask you that. Hold on, before you continue. Who were some of your favorite comedians growing up?
Growing up,
Yeah.
okay, growing up, I really was into like Norm Macdonald.
Gotcha.
Steve Martin was like a big.
Steve Martin.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He was one of my first, like, I remember watching his stand-up and then seeing him in movies. And Carlin, obviously, George Carlin. So growing
What about
up.
like Jim Carrey and
Yeah,
stuff
of
like
course.
that?
Jim Carrey, Chris Farley,
Chris
all
Farley.
those guys.
Gotcha.
And then, as I got a little older and more into stand-up, I'd say right now I really love Mark Norman.
Mark Norman.
Yep, he's one of my faves. There's so many.
It's like
There's
endless,
tons.
right? The list is when you love it so much. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, there's tons. Fahim Anwar is really amazing. I'd love to see him live. I haven't seen him live. Stavro, Shane Gillis, all those guys for sure.
That's pretty
And there's a
cool.
lot of women comics that I like too. Steph Tolev is one of my faves. She's great. Jeffrey Asmus is another one, and he's actually going to be coming to Rhode Island in May, so I'm excited to see him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you went from so like who in obviously you say you were into used to read it,
Yeah.
watch it, all this stuff. Like what pretty much like sparked it for you that you're like, you know what, let me give this a shot. Let me see if I could do this.
I've always been told that I'm very funny.
Okay.
And
Like people-
so
Your friends and stuff like that?
yeah, all the time. Like you're the funniest girl we know.
All right.
So I always had that in the back of my head. And then, I was like, as the more that I got into comedy, watching it, listening to it, I was like, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
So for 2 years, I wrote a lot of material, joke ideas, concepts, formed a little bit of a set, and then I went to my first open mic December 12th of 2023.
Wow, this is fairly recent.
Yeah, I've only been doing comedy for about a year and 4 months.
And you're already doing all these shows. That's crazy.
I kind of I fast tracked it. So when I
Yeah.
started doing stand up, my first open mic was at a Skew on a Tuesday night. I did for a first open mic. I did fairly well.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this.
That inspired you right there because
Yeah.
imagine they would have been like, boo, who the fuck is this?
I mean,
get her off the stage.
Hopefully at open mics that never happens because it's all
Yeah.
other comics.
You never know, right?
You don't. You
Yeah.
really don't. But yeah, and so I just decided to keep doing it, and I started going to a lot of open mics. Like I was going to like 5 or 6 a week if possible.
Oh, you were
at
going
least
hard.
3. At least 3.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't if you want to be a comedian. If you want to do stand up, you have to be all in.
Yeah.
If you want to just like do it sometimes, that's fine. but like you're not gonna like get better at it.
Yeah, it's just like everything else. Like if you write music, if you don't go to the studio every day or like every other week and record,
you got to put the time in.
Yeah.
And the effort.
So, you know what's funny? Because before we get into that, like you said that your family and your friends, like they always knew you were funny. Like how did they react when you told them like, you know, I think I want to be a stand-up comedian. I want to do this like full time. Yeah. What did they say? Were they supportive or they were like, nah, I don't, you know?
Friends were very supportive.
Okay.
My parents were like, are you going to get paid? You know, if I'm not making like money, they don't care.
Do comedy.
Yeah. My brother was like, oh, I didn't know you were like into that. You know, it's very different when you're performing for people and not just like hanging out with your friends. I was like, Jeffrey, yes, I know. I get it. I know how comedy works. Thanks.
The negativity was real. But the family's the worst sometimes.
Now that like I've you know, had a little bit of like success in a short period of time, they're more
coming
supportive.
Around now, right?
Now that I've made some money, my dad's like, all right, I guess you should keep doing it.
I guess this is not a thing, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not like I quit my day job. Like I work full time and then I do comedy at night. So.
Yeah, you're responsible.
I am.
Now, what's the process? Because you said you took 2 years to write, like when you first started some of your material and stuff like that. Like, how long does it take you to put together like one set?
So just to give you an idea, normally for a comedian, over a span of a year, you develop a tight 5 to 7 minutes.
Wow.
So, yeah. And in the last year, I've been able to, like when I opened for Damon, I did 13 minutes.
I was gonna say that was like 15 minutes more.
I could have done more time, but I knew he liked to do a lot of time. He told me he likes to do a lot of time, so I kind of ended a little early. Yeah. But I can do like 15, 20 minutes like solid right now.
But you think because you know some of these comedians are going like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, to get to that level, that's a lot of shit. Like a lot in the works, like the whole process, right? Because you said so. 7 minutes is just almost a year. Just to get the 7 minutes together.
You are going to open mics and you're repeating yourself in your same set to make it better, to develop a tight set. 5 to 7 minutes over the span of a year, usually.
Oh, this is interesting. And just to let you know, you're the first. This is your first time doing a podcast. You're the first comedian I've ever had. So I have endless questions because I love comedy.
There's so many comics that you could have on that would love to do this.
I met Doug Key yesterday, which was pretty cool. So
I love Doug. Doug's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him. So hopefully he comes. But so now, do your jokes? Do they come from real life experiences? Obviously, it's probably a mix of and you probably exaggerate it, or like I just said, do you exaggerate it like to the max, or is like pretty accurate when you say some of these jokes?
I'll be honest, majority of my jokes come from real life experiences.
Yeah.
So I will start telling a story, and then usually like the punchline is not really
you got it.
So I set it up with like real life experiences typically, and then like my punchlines are probably made up.
Yeah.
Probably.
Which I'm not gonna lie, because some of the shit you were saying that night, I don't want to give some of your shit away, but I'm like, does she imagine she really like, is this for, I'm like, obviously, you know, it's not fucking real, but like, probably like she had a few scares here and there. You got to watch her stand up. I don't want to give it away, but she said some crazy shit. I was like, it was funny though.
I would like to try and write some cleaner material.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I can be a little edgy.
Yeah.
But it's also, I'm still new.
That's good though.
So I'm going through the motions and I'm learning what works and what doesn't.
Exactly.
And I do have some clean material in the works.
Yeah. So you're getting there?
I'm getting there.
So we just got an exclusive on the JMACK experience?
Yeah.
I like it. That's awesome. Now, you said that your first stand-up, you did pretty well. Like, have you ever bombed on stage though? Yeah. And what was that? What did that feel like?
Sucks.
Were you like, fuck?
Tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
When you bomb, and like bombing means different things to different people. In my experience, I did my set how I normally do it, but the crowd did not react to it.
At all.
Oh,
that's horrible.
Imagine that.
And you're just there like, guys, you're supposed to laugh.
Because like when I did Connection, you were there. Like crowd was incredible.
Oh, we loved it.
Everybody was so great. And I was like, but it's not always like that.
You probably have some rough crowd. And then you remember you're going to different cities and stuff.
Yes.
So the humor's not always the same. You know,
So I did a show with Damon. After I did Comedy Connection, he was like, hey, do you want to come do more shows? And I said, of course. And so the next show I did was in Bridgeport, Connecticut at Stress Factory. Tough room.
You were stressed.
Tough room. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. That was me right after I walked off stage. I was like, they were tough for him too. A lot of heckling, a lot of talking. A lady was on the phone in the back of the room.
Sucks.
But he is a pro and he can handle it. I'm still new. So I went up to a cold room. Yeah. So, which is not easy to do.
That could be nerve-wracking too, right? Like,
I wasn't nervous because I was doing what I normally do. Right. What I love doing. Yeah. And so when the crowd isn't into it, they're not into it, and you can't force them. But eventually, as I get better and as I become more experienced, hopefully I can control the room and get them into it.
Well, you know what I was gonna say. That comes to a part. Like, I know Ari Spears does this a lot. For shit like that, you gotta be good with the jokes. Like, start joking on people and shit.
Crowd
like
work.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Damon is a crowd work comic sometimes too. And so when you have a headliner that does a lot of crowd work, you are not supposed to do crowd work.
Oh, because now you're stepping on toes,
yes.
kind of. Oh, God.
So I'm relying on my material.
You're, like, limited now. Yeah.
Yeah, unless he says, go ahead. Like.
Yeah, do what you do.
But if there's a headliner that is into crowd work, you don't
do that.
If you're hosting or like if you're featuring,
sucks.
Yeah, but it's just like them's the rules.
Yeah, I'm glad you're letting us know because a lot of people probably don't know this. And it was funny because that's actually I was thinking I'm like, yo, she didn't really like react with the like.
I have one bit in the beginning of my opener is a crowd work bit.
Oh, it's a little bit.
Yeah, the one where I'm like, which drug do you think I like the most?
Yeah.
That's like my crowd work
to get them engaged and stuff.
Yeah,
I like.
And it usually does well. Usually.
It did really well that night. Now, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you deal with, like, hecklers? Like, do you have, like, maybe just give us one story? Because you've been doing this 2 years. Like, what did you do like that? It was, like, unforgettable. That you're like, fuck.
So I experienced my first heckle during an open mic at Jake and Johnny's in Providence. Yeah. Because they do amazing Thursday open mic. It's a booked mic. You have to reach out to Steven DiNuccio for anyone who's curious.
Nice. Shout outs to him.
Yeah. So I was doing a set and a girl was sitting like right in the front and she was obnoxious, and in the middle of my set she was like, do you want to buy a house? She was a real estate agent. And I was like, thank you for thinking I could afford a house, So I tried to work with her and whatnot. But mind you, this is months ago. I'm still in my first year. I've never dealt with a heckler. Yeah. And then she just kept going. That shit's annoying. Yeah. So I just started to mimic her and do my set in her annoying voice, girl voice. And that kind of like got like huge laughs and yeah. So
you know what sucks too, because at where you're at right now, like you don't really have the ability to get people thrown out too. That's another thing, right? Like, because some comics, they'll tell them, yo, get him the fuck out of here. He's being annoying.
I mean, if the person running the show gets like fed up enough, and if we had an issue at a Don't Tell Providence show recently where a guy was very drunk. Yeah. And, he decided to leave on his own, which was great. But, like, sometimes we don't have security at these shows. Sucks. It's at random bar shows on a Thursday night, and you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah. Yeah, that's tough because, like I said, and then what sucks is a lot of comic shows, like you were just saying, people go there drunk and all that. So it's like, for you to deal with that shit must be... Like we said before, it must be fucking annoying. Yeah. I mean, it comes with it, right? But luckily, I haven't had to deal with too much heckling.
Oh, that's good. Yet. That's good. Let's not jinx it, right? Knock on wood. I like it. Yeah. So you were talking about you doing these wonderful shows with Damon Darling. Yeah. What's the best advice that you've ever gotten? Like someone of his caliber or anybody in general that you're like, you know what, I'm doing the right thing here. I think like. I'd go all the way with this shit.
I've gotten some good advice from multiple comics. Get up as much as you can. Yeah. Meaning like shows, open mics, the more the better. You need the practice, the time. Don't run the light. Meaning, so that night I got a light at I think 10 minutes, and meaning like, okay, you have like 5 minutes left, or I got lit at like 12 minutes or whatever.
Hold on, what's the light?
A light comes from the back of the room by whoever's running the show, and when you hit like your 10, say I'm doing 15 minutes, and I'm like light me at 13, just so I know I have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So people who So that night I didn't run the light. I stayed under the 15 minutes.
So you did great.
Yeah, I did good. But if you go over the 15 minutes, you're running the light, it's called.
Oh, that's good to know. So, but what about the clock? There's a clock on the floor. I always know. Now I noticed that I've been watching more.
That was just time. That was what time it was.
Oh, so I thought it was a timer this whole time. Like, I thought it tells you how long you've been.
You can use it as a timer. Like, I can keep track on. And I also had my phone off to the side recording audio.
Oh, that's
so if I need to look to see how long the audio has been, I also wear, like, on stage, I try to wear an Apple Watch just in case. I forget that I have this on.
You're giving us some good tips. I like this.
Yeah, it's just good to be able to remember how much time you're doing so you don't go over your time.
And then you're also perfecting your craft as you go. Because now if you're like never running the light, they're like, this, this is the lady we want to hire. Like all the time.
Well, that was the thing. Like, at backstage in the green room, Damon, we had just met and we were chatting a little bit. And he was like, how long you been doing comedy for? And I was nervous to tell him because if you are working with a big headliner like that and they find out you've only been doing comedy for like a year, they're going to be like, why are you even here? Basically,
they could be an asshole, right? Like
he wasn't at all. He like looked. He's like, what? Like only a year and a couple. At this point, it was a year and 2 months. Right. It was in February. I think.
This was February.
Yeah. And I said, don't worry, I won't suck.
Oh, that's amazing.
But like I said that with confidence, but I didn't know how my set was gonna go. I just didn't want him to like think that I was gonna suck. Yeah,
and then that's fucking crazy because like it's like an awkward situation too, right? Because he's like a year now, he's thinking, you're thinking, and now you're gonna overthink it too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't like he reached out to me that night. Like it was the club that reached out and said, we need a female comic. Do you want to come in and do this show? And you don't say no to things like that.
Hell no, that's like opening up for Jay-Z if you're a rapper. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna say no. That's fucking crazy. So. The shows, because I'm looking at your posts constantly. You got so many shows. Like literally, I feel like this month you got like back-to-back dates.
Yeah.
Because we want to promote you as well. Besides getting your story, like any shows coming up and where will they be? Like what states, what clubs, what venues?
So I have a show. Actually, I'm doing 2 shows this Saturday. Nice. I'm doing a benefit show at Narragansett Brewery in Providence, and then I'll be at Hyde, which is at the George on Washington Street at 8 o'clock. And then I do have some other shows. I would have to look at my phone.
I'll post it on the screen when we talk about it.
Okay.
I have the flyer.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
the April run.
Yeah, my April run.
You got a May one, June, and all that?
I haven't made my designs, but I have a lot of dates already for May and June.
So you're really busy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's people that start, like, we got to highlight those things and give you your props because there's people that do comedy sometimes. They might not get all these shows like that. They might get like one here, one there. You don't see them for 6 months.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to do comedy and stand up and you want to like be successul at it, like this is what you have to do.
You're out there.
Yeah, you got to just get out there and do as many shows as possible. And another great piece of advice I got was always be writing.
Yeah.
Always be writing every day if you can.
Sharpening your skills, sharpening that pen game.
Yeah. Improving your material, adding more tags, working it out. It just, always write.
Are you considering doing like along the line facial expressions and stuff like that? Do you work on? Because there's comedians that they sit in front of the mirror and do like crazy shit with their face.
I'll probably at some point be more animated.
Yeah. It's a good question to ask because I told you I'm all into this shit. So by far, what city and comedy club that you went to was like your favorite by far?
I'm gonna honestly say so far it's been Providence with Comedy Connection. That show was very special and the energy was great. But I did just do the Comedy Zone in Charlotte with Damon, and that was incredible as well. So
sold out crowd too?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was sold out.
He's big, man. He's big time. Yeah. And he'll do like meet and greets. Like he did at Providence. He does that at every show. Free meet and greets.
He was so humble.
He's amazing. Yeah, he's very humble. He's very nice. Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that email, by the way. I've been wanting to get him to come on the pod. But
he's busy. He's on tour.
Yeah, he's not. He'll probably get back to me months later. But he was so, because when you meet people like that, you don't think they're going to be that open and that humble, obviously. But he was like, yeah, just email me, like super cool. And I didn't even think, because sometimes I remember I seen a few comics they don't do the meet and greets. Like
they probably did in the beginning, but
once they get to a level,
I'm sure. I don't know for him personally how he's gonna continue to do it like throughout his career, because he's gonna get bigger and he's gonna be doing bigger rooms, so it's gonna be harder to maintain. But for now, he does a meet and greet at every show.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Yeah, because like I said, sometimes once they're done, that's it. They get off stage and they're on their way.
He's great though. He loves it.
Oh, it was dope. It was dope. So who would be? I mean, you did open up for a big act, but like, who would be like your ideal comedian to go on tour with, or maybe even open up for them eventually?
So I have to go back to Mark Norman, because he's just, and I did do a spot for him in Newport on Doug Key's Rogue Island Comedy Festival it was in October. So I was lucky enough. I was hanging out, volunteered. I was in the green room, and Mark Norman said, "Hey, do you want to do 5?" And I said, "Yeah," because you don't say no, right?
Yeah.
And so I ended up doing 5 minutes for him before he went on, which was really amazing, because that's like dreams.
That's so cool. So it goes back to saying you're always prepared.
Yes.
Right. So if somebody was to tell you right now, hey, get up and do a show, you're ready.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's so
why
cool.
I tell a lot of comics. I know a lot of comics that like to smoke and drink and all that stuff, and I tell them, like, if you're volunteering or if you're gonna be at a show, just wait.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's gonna happen. You never know.
Imagine you're too fucked up, right? And they're like, you want to go to it? Like, nah, I'm drunk.
You never know.
That's bad. That's bad. I like it. So now, speaking of that, you did say you're completely sober, right? I think it was.
I am right now. I have a drink occasionally, but I never had an issue with drinking. It was,
nice.
It was a
other
lot
shit.
Oh yeah,
fun times.
Oh yeah.
Now I can relate. That's why that show, honestly, it was very inspiring. Because I actually been going through that myself. Back in the day, we all had wild times, when you're younger and shit. But, like, I've been staying on that path as well. So that was a great show and it was inspiring, like I said.
And I think that's another reason why he liked me, too. Because, and we didn't know that about each other. But, like, I was like, I don't do drugs anymore or whatever, for however many years. And so, it was a nice connection.
And it keeps you focused. Like you said, you're always prepared now. You're ready to work. And you're not going to close your doors too. Because that's the thing. Sometimes when you're too fucked up, it's a bad fucking...
I think that there was one time I had like 2 beers before an open mic, and I was like, I cannot do this again.
You were off, right?
I was off. Yeah. Name one thing you do better drunk.
It's not. I mean, besides
driving.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, how do you stay authentic to yourself in a world that often like people, they want you to be like this, they want you to be like that. Everybody now is doing the same shit everybody else does.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I have, I get a lot of unsolicited advice, and I take it if I think it works for me.
Yeah.
And I know what works for me better than anybody. So if somebody says something to me after a show, like, "Oh, you should change this about your joke," if it makes sense, I'll do it. Yeah. But like, I'll be like, thank you. I appreciate the advice, but respectfully,
respectfully.
Everybody's journey is different.
Exactly.
Especially in comedy. There is a specific way that you should do things, like, to get to where you need to be. Like, you should be going to a lot of open mics forever. Like, I guess don't stop going to those, but like, especially in the beginning, like I said, I went to like 5-6 nights a week, but that should continue. Always be writing. So I do get a lot of advice, and you can't take it all, because it's not everything's gonna work for me.
Absolutely. And then you don't know if it's gonna work for that crowd too,
Right.
Every crowd is different.
Yeah.
Can we agree? Like,
oh yeah,
there's certain places you go, maybe the crowd's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Maybe they're younger.
Yep.
Like, there's certain comic shows I've been to. Actually, there's been a few where you could tell these kids are probably 18.
Yeah.
And some of the jokes, they're not even laughing because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They don't know who the Beatles are.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like, you just never know who you're dealing with.
I find that funny because I usually be with somebody like, look, they're not even laughing all the time. Like, and we're just dying laughing.
I love the people that sit in the front like
all
this.
Serious, right? It's like, why are you here?
It's like, are you mad at me? Like,
yeah. Did you come to watch the show, or you kind of like give me a hard time?
Yeah.
So if you weren't doing comedy, what do you think you'd be doing?
Interesting. So if I wasn't doing comedy, like as a hobby, or
Overall, like let's say, if you weren't doing it, period. Like, what do you think? What else would you say? You like music, right?
So I'm a musician. I was in bands. When I was in my early 20s, I wrote a musical.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think that I would probably be. I was painting a lot before I started doing comedy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like to paint condiments.
Really? That's so random.
Yeah.
So like you're talking about like sweet and low sugar packs,
like
shit
sriracha, ranch dressing. Yeah,
Yo,
condiments. I have some pretty good pieces of artwork that I can show you.
Can you like send us a few pictures so I can put it up when we talk about? That's pretty cool. Have you ever done any? It's funny you said that. I actually do an art battle.
Oh,
it's
you do?
monthly, yeah. And I do some of the photos for them and the content. Shout outs to Atrium's events. But
awesome.
if you ever want to compete, if you like art, that'll be kind of cool.
I do. I love. I was doing it for years. I love to oil paint. It's my favorite
that's
medium.
dope. Yeah. They do it every month, and like people compete. There's like 3 rounds, 15 minutes a round, and you know they pick the best out of the 2 rounds. They go to the final round, and pretty cool. Maybe something you're interested in along the line.
Yeah, I'll get more info on that for sure if I have the time.
Absolutely. So we'll be wrapping it up shortly. But what advice would you give to someone that's considering doing stand-up comedy? Like, especially a female at that, because it's a little different.
Got a message from a girl on Instagram recently saying, "Hey, I just started doing stand up. What kind of advice can you give me?" And I said, basically what I've said already to you is open mics as much as possible, right? Especially in the beginning. Always be writing and working on your material. Work on also etiquette. Like when you first get on the stage, move the mic stand out of the way. A lot of people don't know that, but like don't just leave it there. Unless you're leaving the mic in the stand, that's fine. But there are certain like tips and tricks that you can do just to make you a better stand-up.
Or like crowd engagement, right? Going to this side, going to that side.
Yeah, just talk to the crowd, not at them. I
like
guess
that.
is a good one.
That's a good one. You can see we gotta inspire others.
Yeah, don't run the light.
Don't run. That's a big one, right?
Don't piss off the booker.
Imagine you got like you're opening up for a big headline. You go way over the. Like, what would happen is my question. Would you think they'd come on stage and get you out?
No, but like, if you get lit multiple times at like comedy clubs, sometimes they'll cut. I've seen the mic get cut off.
No fucking way.
If you're especially if you're bombing, if you're doing well, they might let you cook a little. Like if you're getting laughs and you're doing well, but it's just a respect thing.
Right. You gotta be a fucking douchebag, right? To like. Go.
So embarrassing.
Some people just, we live in that era.
Yeah.
Anything for clout.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, we're going to get into movie of the week real quick. It's something we do every week.
Movie of the week on the JMACK Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is Sinners. It's a horror movie with Michael B. Jordan. Are you into horror flicks?
The company I work for just did a bunch of work for that movie.
Really?
Yes. All their Roto stickers that you can find on Giphy, we made those. So shout out to Bear Tree Media.
That's awesome. That was another question I had. Are you ever considering, besides doing the stand-up, but obviously is that the goal maybe to get into movies and stuff like that, or are you doing it already?
I would like to do more sketch comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So you want to work your way?
Yeah, why not?
I like it. So you're enjoying the process. See, I gotta ask you all these things because, like I said, you're the first comedian that we've had on show. So you never been in a movie, not yet.
No, I have not.
Not even for extra work, nothing at all?
No. I do consider myself I could probably be a good actor if I wanted to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could definitely see you maybe in a sitcom and stuff like that.
I did a musical. I wrote, performed, and like starred in a musical.
Which one?
It's called Masterclass, the musical.
I like it.
And we used to perform in Providence.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm big on musicals. I seen Phantom of the Opera, Jack. I'm from New York City originally.
Broadway.
So the best. But then out here they got some good ones too.
Yeah,
they had the Michael Jackson one that came.
Yeah,
we seen the Grinch.
Shrek
was pretty dope. Yeah, because my daughter's 10, so she
cute.
likes all that stuff. So
yeah.
you know what I mean. But now we're definitely gonna be wrapping it up. What's next for Sonya? Anything that you want to promote or cover that I might have missed?
So I co-produce for Whale City Comedy.
Nice.
So we have a ton of shows coming up, and check out whalecitycomedy.com for all our upcoming shows. I'm also they also have a festival in the works every August at the end of August, so that's going to be coming up. That'll be big time. Submissions are still open until June 1st, so submit on the website.
What's the website again?
WhaleCityComedy.com.
We'll put it on the screen. I like it.
Yeah. Also, let's see. Yeah, my own shows. I have a lot of my own shows coming up for sure.
Your own shows. Oh, this is cool.
I run a monthly show through Whale City Comedy in Fall River, Mass.
Nice.
It's called Raffle House.
Nice.
It's a monthly show. We always have amazing lineups. So that's at the Belmont Club once a month in Fall River. You can find that as well on WhaleCityComedy.com.
Nice.
Yes.
And are you open to collaborating? I'm surprised you're not doing like a lot. You know, there's a lot of comedians right now on social media that they do all these skits.
Yeah.
Are you open to collaborating with other
100%.
comedians?
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Oh, you've done
a lot of the other people in my reels are like comics.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I would
awesome.
like to get my pages up, and I've been trying to do that. Social media, you know, I try to be good at it, and I'm trying to get better at it.
It's another beat.
But it's important.
Yeah.
You have to. No one else is gonna do it for me. I have to do it.
Exactly. I like it. So make sure you reach out. Can they hit you up directly, or do you have an email for people who are creatives, or maybe they want to help you out do some stuff for you? You
I think Instagram is the best, but I do have my Sonya A Priest at gmail.com.
I like it. Make sure you reach out. You heard it here first. Let them know that the JMACK experience is the reason why you're reaching out.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Yes.
100%.
You mean like how I was a drug
Yeah,
addict?
everything in your life. Just your whole journey.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me who I am today. And I just want to say I have no regrets.
I like that.
I don't regret any pill I ever swallowed.
Harder, Daddy.
I had to. We do it one time, and it was the perfect time before we started off. I love it. Any advice out there for those who may be experiencing the same situations you went through or going through at the moment? It doesn't have to be for comedy. It could just be life in general.
If you are struggling, ask for help.
I like it.
I was a very high functioning drug addict. I didn't think I had a problem, and I totally did. And my addiction lasted way longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
And then finally one day I was like, I need some help. So I reached out for help, and it was the best thing I could have done.
I like it.
Even if you're not ready to get clean, tell someone.
Yeah.
A friend, a family member, just, you know, so they're aware and they're checking in on you, and you know, and at least one person knows. But yeah, I guess that would be
ask for help.
Ask for help if you need it, man. Don't put your pride aside. You know, you can't do everything on your own. It's not possible.
That was awesome. Any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention before we sign off?
Special shout outs. I want to give a shout out to my dog, Chunk.
I like it.
He's my homeboy. I love him.
They get you through life too, man. Dogs are the best.
My dog is just incredible.
What kind of dog you got?
He's a little American bully, a pocket bully.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's the best.
Amazing.
Yeah, I guess, you know, anybody who has supported me through any of the hard times. My best friend, Christy Lee.
Shout outs to her.
Shout out to Ashley Thatcher, Whale City Comedy. Yeah, you know, my brother, Jeff, he's great. My family, you know, all the OGs.
I love it. Where can we follow you at social media wise once again? For those
Sonya A Priest.
Make sure you hit her up if you want to collaborate. She's open to it.
Yes.
Very down to earth, very humble. It was an honor to have you on the show.
Thank
truly.
you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, this was amazing.
Yeah.
Sonya A Priest, the JMACK Experience Podcast, episode 84. We're signing out. Gra!
Thanks for coming on the JMACK Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace. Black Sheep Sea Moss. It'll make you want to slap your daddy.
Oh, harder, Daddy.